Welcome to the InformAven AI Update, a podcast for higher education administrators to discuss the practical use of AI and intelligent agents. I'm JD Mosley-Matchett, the founder and CEO of InformAven.ai. And this month, our guest is Dr. Joseph Levy, Associate Vice Provost of Accreditation and Quality Improvement at Excelsior University. To hear the entire interview, please visit InformAven.ai. How can AI be leveraged for institutional effectiveness or quality assurance activities for universities?
Yeah, I think, AI can obviously help, again, summarize information, synthesize it. One of the things I think about is having a lot on my plate currently with accreditation related things. There's a lot of detail in the standards, and there's times and people who need to know those details. And then there's also times where they just need a summary of, in general, what's this talking about? What's pertinent or related here? And it can be a really helpful tool to quickly summarize some of that content and alleviate the mental load of having to do that task yourself, but also be a place to quickly search for things, especially if it's public content that's easily accessible on a website. You can leverage that. You can pose those questions in AI to scour those documents and pull out the specific keywords or pieces that, again, might have taken you a lot longer to look through. And again, it may not be 100% accurate, but it can be a start and a help there. And I think that in doing that work, I think it's also important that we approach it accordingly. Going back to a bit that first thing I was talking about of administrators and their mindsets with things, I think we have to be sure to evolve and have an open mindset with AI. Inherently, it's easy to think that it's cheating. It's easy to think that use of it is shameful or bad, when in fact it's a tool like any other tool to help. And so it's an example where we were having our institution is having a conversation of reviewing our university learning outcomes. And some faculty had pointed out potentially some of the content might be duplicative or redundant. So we're maybe looking to streamline it to strengthen the respective outcomes and not potentially dilute it down. And so I invited perspectives to look at it. And so our University Assessment Council is digging in, and representatives are going out and getting feedback. And when some feedback came back, one of the responses I got, I could tell just by the formatting of it, it clearly ran through AI and asked, pull out similarities, pull out redundancies. And my initial response was, oh my gosh, they just put this through AI and sent it to me. They didn't even look at it themselves. However, I then had to check myself. Well, they did that, right? And I realized actually the thing I was a bit more disappointed with was I had tasked those people with getting representative feedback, right? They were part of a committee, so I wanted them to go get feedback from multiple individuals. And so that was a great opportunity to say, again, not necessarily to call them out on the AI piece, but to say, looks like you got some summary information here. How much of this was agreed upon or aligned with the faculty feedback that you were supposed to collect, right? And so I think that was a good teaching moment of, again, clearly they used AI and it served a purpose, but it didn't serve the purpose, right? And so I think that's a good example, much like we can do with our students, is we don't just want to use AI to cut a corner, right? But how can we use it to achieve the goal we're trying to have there? But with that, again, it was a moment for me too of having to do some root cause analysis of the feelings I was having when I got that back. And it's no, the problem isn't just that they used AI, it's that they stopped there. And so how do we make sure that we are using these tools to effectively get to accomplish the task or to the end goal appropriately?
Please visit InformAven.ai to hear the entire interview.